see these signs, you better look up. When you see these signs, you better look up. Yeah, I've been walking through the fire, clothes smell like doubt. Seen the waves over my head, still I never drown. Mama praying in the kitchen, tears on the tile. Say the world getting darker, but that's been for a while. Stroll for the rumors, every headline was. Everybody got a platform, nobody show. I've been hearing in my spirit, boy, your time close. Got my eyes past the clouds, I don't ride low. Used to chase change, now I chase change. Used to pop pain, now I drop shame. I was stuck, I was broke in my own mind. Then he said, watch close when I show signs.
When you see these signs, look up.
Your redemption's getting near. Don't run, keep your head to the sky. Don't fall, yeah, we made for the storm. Stand bold.
When you see these signs, look up.
Every tear, every scar, that's love. He gon' pull you out the dirt, no fear. When you see these signs, know your redemption here. Yeah, I remember late nights, eyes red, no sleep. Heart heavy like the rent, pain 7 feet deep. Homies lost on the corner, stuck in a loop. I was one bad choice from the same root. Then I heard that still voice in the backlash. Son, I paid that price, that's past tense. Every time I slip, Grace said stand up. Every time I trip, he still manned up. See the storms getting closer, I don't panic though. Cause the hands on my life set the tempo. Prophecies playing out, I ain't surprised. I just tighten up my walk, keep my lamp high.
When you see these signs, look up.
Your redemption getting near. Don't run, keep your head to the sky. Don't fall, yeah, we made for the storm. Stand bold.
When you see these signs, look up.
Every tear, every scar, that's love. He gon' pull you out the dirt, no fear. When you see these signs, know your redemption here. I've been down bad, he was still that close. I was off track, he was still that road. I was lost, but I never left his sight. Every sign's just a signal in the night. Hands up high when the sky turn red. Even if I'm hanging on by a thread, I know who gon' catch me if I drop. So when I see the signs, I look up, not to stop.
These signs, look up.
Your redemption's getting near. Don't run, keep your head to the sky.
Don't fall,
yeah, we made for the storm. Stand bold.
when you see these signs, look up.
Every tear, every scar, that's love. He gon' pull you out the dirt, no fear. When you see these signs, know your redemption here. Redemption here.
All right, shalom, shalom.
Shalom, Zion.
We are in the building.
Now we in the building. Now they can see it.
Shalom, Brother Lindsay. We see you up in the building.
Shalom, brethren.
Always here on time. I think he'd be here before us. But, man, like as I say, you know the old saying, it's a lot going on, man.
Man, they trying to kill us.
They trying to kill us, y'all. God damn.
To me, I don't mean no disrespect to anybody who may hear this, but let me put it a nice way. Stop believing everything that they say, taking it for what they give you for face value. Look deeper. Go to the next step. You have smelt trees burn, wood burn. When I was telling my husband, when I was a kid, my daddy kept a fireplace. So we used to chop wood and throw, wood chips in the fire, and it didn't give. And this right in our living room. Now, granted, you had the, an exhaust and outlet from the furnace, but that's way different than this alleged Canada wildfires.
Facts.
Our son told us that the term for it is called apocalyptic haze.
Right.
And I couldn't put it better, because I've been saying for days, this ain't no, it's giving a chemical.
It is. It really is, because the first day that I noticed it, I think was today Friday, Thursday. So this had to be Tuesday or Monday, one of them
No,
days.
Wednesday, because I went to work.
No, it was the day before that.
What did I work? So it was Wednesday. That was the first day I went back to work. Wednesday.
Oh, okay. So it had to be Wednesday then.
It was Wednesday when it started.
Yeah. Yep. Because Shalom, Brother Huey.
Shalom, brother.
See you up in the building.
Did y'all get the killer smoke y'all way?
Yeah, I don't know if it got that far down.
Because
to where,
Michigan, Ohio,
New York.
I was looking at GOCC, and I think they in Philly. They elder lawyer was talking about the smoke was there. And I just don't believe it. I don't believe that that's no Canada wildfire. I think they released some type of toxins, chemicals in the air to kill the masses.
Okay, Brother Huey said, no, it ain't come down there where he at.
All praise to the Most High.
Right.
It's hit so many states. I'm telling you, when I had to go to work, the peak of it was Thursday. I had to go to work. And I didn't have no mask or nothing, so I took my scrub jacket and covered my face, and people was looking at me like I was crazy.
Yeah.
and it was people outside just like nothing. I mean, at the park, walking like it was nothing going on. Only for later on for the news and different warnings came out that it was toxic. You shouldn't be out there long. You shouldn't be breathing. You shouldn't be outside. It was a warning to be outside
right.
on the East Coast.
Yeah, that your eyes was going
in
to
the
be
Midwest.
burning.
Yeah,
Eyes
my eyes is burning. Mind you, I'm just in and out the car. I work indoors. In and out the car. Eyes burning. I can feel it in my throat. Elder Lawyer said he could feel it in his throat during today's live. He was like, his voice wasn't as strong because of the smoke.
Right.
And they telling us this is a wildfire in Canada, and me and my husband like, shoot, them could be wildfire footage from years ago, or even somewhere else.
Right. That they telling us. Y'all know how they do that. Shout out to Brother Rye. Shalom. Good to see you up in the building.
Shalom, brethren.
But yeah, you know how they do it, man. They trick us with the images and all that stuff, and the videos, and have us thinking like, oh shit, Canada on fire.
Right.
And it could be, a bunch of bullshit.
We never know what they concocting. This could be CERN.
Right.
This could be anything.
Whatever.
I had called my son, and because he worked for the post office. I'm like, I know you ain't out there carrying that mail. And he was like, all the mail carriers got together and said they weren't going to do it. But if they hadn't, stood in unison, they would have been out there. It was people outside working, just kicking it. In today's day and time, some people may think I'm crazy or I'm a conspiracy theorist, but the Bible tells us not to trust them.
Hey, we got to take everything in consideration as far as coming from our people. Brother Lindsay said, for all we know, it could be AI. As far as with the Canada, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. It's something out the gate. Well, my husband called me like, is this smoke? Because I work in another city an hour away. He like, what's up with the smoke? And I'm like, what you talking about? And when I got closer to our city, I started smelling. And my first instinct said, this smells like a chemical. I said, it smells like a tire burning chemical smell to me. And as that was Wednesday night, so going into Thursday, it's viral. Everybody talking about it, and everybody saying it smell funny. It don't smell like trees burning. So I'm with you, Linzel. There's something more to it. This is not organic.
Nope.
Whether it's AI, it's CERN, it was some kind of chemical explosion, and they only telling us part of it. But we had enough sense not to be just parlaying outside.
Yeah, we stayed, you know what I'm saying, in the house. We ain't go out to
Close your windows.
Yeah,
like it
yeah.
was just like you shouldn't go outside. The air was so you could see it.
Yep. And then they said that Michigan had the worst air quality in the world.
And if it happened in Canada, how could Michigan get hit the
Right.
hardest?
Exactly.
I know we the
even though we
neighbors
right,
next
yeah,
door.
we right below Canada or whatever,
But
but
shouldn't it be worse where it originated at?
yeah. That don't make no sense.
It was just
you know?
suspicious. I'm telling y'all, your eyes burning when you outside. You can see it. You
Yeah.
can see the smoke or whatever in the air. So it was terrible. We like, you know,
Yeah, because it had the sun looking funny. You know, like the sun, you can look at the goddamn sun without blinking or anything. You can just stare right at the sun, and there's no brightness or nothing like that, man. It was just like, goddamn. The shit looked at weird as hell, man. It was like we was in a apocalyptic time and all. You know what I'm saying?
you
It's
could
like,
if you just went outside and sniffed and looked around, you'd be like, wait, something wrong. What
Yep.
is that?
soon as you step outside, talking about like, soon as you open that door and you open the door and you go out, you can smell it.
You can smell
and
it.
you can see.
And you can see it.
You can see. You know what I'm saying? It looked like
Fog.
fog. It looked like fog. A lot of fog.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because you can barely see a block ahead or whatever and shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
In the daytime.
Yeah, in the daytime.
It was
looked
so foggy
weird.
in the daytime. It looked scary outside.
looked
It was
weird as hell,
abnormal.
man. Yeah.
Only the sheep would have been like, oh, it's just a wildfire.
Yeah.
Let me keep on
Yeah.
partying. Like, no,
Bullshit.
this is the
Bullshit.
beginning of things. This is something we need to take heed to. I
Exactly.
already got on Amazon and started looking at some respirator
masks, yeah.
Like, I mean, because they told you we looked at something and it said you were supposed to have a mask.
Yeah. And then this video I want to play now, as far as I don't know. I think it might be a health official, or I don't know. Let me see. But he was speaking on, you know, matter of fact, let me let the people do what they do or whatever. Now we'll be back to discuss it.
Say it's especially dangerous for those who have existing heart conditions or lung conditions, and the wildfires create microscopic particles that can get into your bloodstream.
And once they're there, they create problems through inflammation and other mechanisms. And so we all know inflammation leads to heart disease and can cause people with heart disease to have events.
And that, you know what I'm saying, like struck a nerve with me, you know, as far as, you know, people with heart conditions and shit, you know, because I got a heart condition. My mother, she got a heart condition, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, God damn. And then this can have people to, you know, normal people to have heart conditions.
I'm telling you, I'm on the way to work. We on the phone, and then we call our oldest son on three-way, like, you know, just not knowing what mindset he in, and we like, whatever's going on at that job, you need to tell them no, whatever the consequence is, you do not need to be walking up and down the streets for hours delivering mail. And he was like, oh, I'm sitting in the car, we already, you know, took care of that. While we're in conversation, my throat is like, I'm coughing, I'm trying to clear my throat. My throat was irritated. Y'all know as we get older, most of us were more in tune with our bodies. That's all you need for your body. Your body tell you like, this ain't good. This ain't right. You don't need to be breathing this in.
Right.
But you got one more, right?
Yeah, I got one more. And they're talking about this in Detroit or whatnot.
Here in downtown Detroit, where the air quality is currently rated the worst in the world. Behind me is Canada, and they are the reason that this is happening, thanks to wildfires that are becoming more and more prevalent. but the factors that are causing these fires are out of everybody's control. So I know I threw Canada some shade there, but it's not their fault. This used to be a sporadic occurrence happening once every decade, but now it seems like the air quality is unbreathable, especially here in Detroit, at least once a year. And I actually know the exact reason why. This is because of statewide legislators that are taking advantage of federal exploits to not count these days in air quality indexes, calling them exceptional events, and then allowing corporate polluters to continue to do nothing about the damage they're doing to the climate. The only exceptional thing about this is the fact that I can't breathe. Scientists are saying that staying outside for more than 6 hours is the equivalent of smoking a pack of cigarettes. So board up your windows, kick on your air filters, turn the AC on, and stay inside.
That's crazy right there, you know. But Trump said that Canada owe America billions. They owe America billions or whatever because of that wildfire or whatnot. And, you know, he mentioned something about pollution. Mm-hmm. You know, like this is
like if
it's man-made, man.
Right. Gotta be man-made, because if it's a wildfire, why would you refer to it as pollution? Aren't wildfires supposed to be like natural? That's just a natural occurrence that happened in nature sometime. But we made calls to his son in Ohio, and like we said, with a few other people we knew that was in other states who said the air quality was poor there too. So we not believing in y'all. All praise to the Most High. We seem like we're good. We laid low. We wasn't outside in it, and we just pray that there's no future effects on God's people down the line because of this. But for me, I just think it's one of those events where it's like, y'all, you know, we're getting closer. You seeing more and more things happen in the earth to show you that we're in those end day and times that the scriptures speak about, that our grandmothers used to tell us, because more sinister and evil things are taking place.
Yeah. Cause this, I mean, it seemed like, man, shit just popping off, and you know, you got these racist people making comments and really, like, you know, wanting to start this race war or whatnot, man. That it seemed like it's evident, man, that it's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? And for example, I downloaded a video of this man. He talking shit, man. This dude, man, it's like somebody gonna get a hold to them, you know. But
it's our fault.
Yeah.
not y'all governments and politicians, huh?
And my thing is, he got a name. He got a name for black people, Ookabuka. Don't that sound like them people, whatever, the cave dwellers or whatever? Yeah, the Flintstone people or whatever. Ookabuka, y'all some Ookabuka people.
I don't understand white people blaming black people for the economy. Like,
oh,
what?
My goodness.
Are y'all that crazy to try to blame black people for the state of the economy and not y'all own politicians that y'all dumb behind standing in line to vote for? They all corrupt. Every government is corrupt in most countries. So to blame black people for the problems, that's it's a word for that. I can't think of the word I want to use, but it's some BS.
Right.
It ain't our fault that America is falling.
And this goddamn place is falling, man. If you can't see this, man, you got to have your head under a goddamn rock somewhere, hiding from it. But Lindsay said these folks have DNA-based weapons, and I believe that's
Lindsay, I'm telling you, soon as he told me, when I got crossed the lines into our city and smelled it, I said, this don't smell like no wildfire. For years we burned fires in the wintertime in the fireplace, and it didn't smell like this. I truly believe this is some weaponized chemical warfare. Mm-hmm. Airborne, though. That's what I said at work. Somebody asked about it at work, and before I knew it, I was like, this some COVID-19 air version. They trying to kill us. And everybody at work gave me that look, and I was like, oh, shoot, I forgot. I am at work. I went, before I knew it, I just, sometimes the truth just come out of you. And I couldn't filter myself, but thank God that, nobody made a big deal out of it, but they did look at me like I was crazy.
Hey, I'm laughing at Brother Ryan, because I'm looking at the damn I'm looking at his comment and I'm like, man, what the hell? I can't come out with this. But now I got it. He said they blame black people for when CK got necked.
You right. I forgot. You right about that too. It was our fault. Some kind
Yeah,
of.
it was our fault, man. You know, and he was the one talking shit about us.
Right, and the shooter was them.
Right, exactly. Like
The alleged shooter.
y'all gonna blame us for every goddamn thing. Hey, good way to put it though, brother. Right. But let's look at this video, and we'll come right back.
Gives me hope is my comments. I know there's so much more we're going to do after Trump. Trump's just the beginning. The resentment in our hearts. You know how many parents and grandparents went to church today with a broken heart because when they got to church, they seen their grandchild holding a half ooka-booka? Nobody wants that. Nobody wants a grandchild with nappy hair, a half ooka. Nobody. The woke people, these 20-year-olds that think billionaires are the reason everything costs so much. You know why everything costs so much? It's because of segregation. We used to could live downtown. Y'all don't know the history. In the 60s, everybody left downtown. And now we're fighting over a place to live to stay away from the ookabukas. We're at a turning point where if we could get one more added to that Supreme Court and be able to reverse these 1960 laws and have our constitutional rights restored, segregation was fine under the Constitution. These are amendments. These are amendments that have screwed our country up. That's the next thing on the agenda. America will be great again when we segregate again. The ookabukas must go. And in the comments, I know we're ready. I know the heartbeat of America, and this, in my comments, is the heartbeat of America. Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, Jesus.
Go ahead first, baby.
Okay, I want to hone in on the point that he made about the Constitution and making amendments to change or ratify things. I'm trying to figure out what happened, what rights, because he said they get their rights back. What rights did white people lose from the original Constitution to now? I don't get what rights they lost.
Yeah, I can't think of no.
But then he spoke on segregation, so I'm thinking what he's trying to say is he wants it to go back to where black people didn't have no rights.
Well,
and white people can't be penalized for the stuff they do to black people.
Well, but that's the rights he's talking about. The taking the lives of black people, and you know what I mean. They can't just take our lives. Like they got to come up and really, you know what I'm saying, like cover shit up as far as them taking our lives now. Because now they got to pay. They ain't have to pay back then. You know what I'm saying? The Ku Klux Klan, right. All that stuff. They Jim Crow. They ain't have to pay back then. Those the rights that they want back. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I agree with segregation.
I was just finna speak on that. I agree with segregation totally. You know what I'm saying? Even the Most High agree with it.
Integration really messed us up.
Exactly, right.
Who said that?
Right.
Malcolm X or somebody said that, like, integration made our people forget who the enemy is.
Right.
The comments about mixed kids and nappy hair, that's on them two individuals who chose to mix. It's not on the black community as a whole. Right,
exactly. And right, that's what I'm saying though, Linzel. I mean, it's like, come on, man. Me and my wife, we was I showed her this video, and brother Linzel, you probably see if you go down my timeline on Facebook or whatnot. But it's this guy. He's breaking down the scriptures of thou shalt not abhor Edomite or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's Deuteronomy. But what did King David say after that? You know what I'm saying? And as far as them hating the Most High, King David, he had perpetual hatred because they hated the Most High and us. You know what I'm saying? And it's okay. It's okay, just like it says in Ecclesiastes, I think it's 3 and something, where it says it's a time to love and it's a time to hate. You know, like, we got to pay attention to these scriptures or whatever. You know, when these Christians get to throwing that, you can't herb or Edomite and all that stuff, and these brews, you know, who probably know a little bit of scriptures or whatever, but still want to say the white man. They still want to say, we want to be equal with the white man. But you see, the goddamn white man don't want to be equal with you.
He don't want nothing to do with you.
Hell no.
Now, he made a good point about the history. White people used to live downtown in the city. And
Right.
black people used to live out in the countries and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then it swapped.
The swap, right.
But here it's swapping back. They built
Yeah.
up downtown Detroit and the white people back living there. Black
They're
people.
going, yeah.
Gentrification is everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Now that he was right about. And living amongst black people, we don't want to live amongst y'all either. Most of us don't. Some of us want to live amongst white folks for whatever reason, but most of us don't.
Good fucking point, Brother Lindsay, man. And my wife's, she said the same thing. She said the same thing.
Oh yeah, when we was talking
They
about
broke
this morning.
the brotherly covenant. Right, exactly. Facts.
Yep.
So when they come with that, don't have heard the Edomite and all that stuff, man, it's like, we got scriptures for it.
They hate us, but we should be ashamed of ourselves for hating them.
Exactly.
We supposed
right.
to love on them. And
Right.
that's the problem that I have. Like, what type of delusion are you under, Stockholm syndrome, to love somebody who's saying, I hate you, I want you to die?
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no loving that up out of them.
Nope. Sure ain't.
The Most High made them crooked. They are made as a vessel, a raft. God put
Exactly.
us under them in this country. So biblically, they're supposed to hate us.
Exactly. Right. Right.
And biblically, we have instructions on how to deal with them. Don't marry them.
Right.
Don't give them to your kids. Don't follow their ways. Envy not the oppressor.
Mm-hmm.
They got a setup for how they supposed to deal with us, thus saith the Lord, for a time, just for a time. And God gave us instruction on how to deal with them. And at what point do he tell us to love them? He told us to be wise when we dealing with them. Don't marry them. How to live and be while we're in captivity. Just like Jeremiah and them had to learn how to live under captivity.
Exactly. And the thing about it is, too, with these white people or whatever, they hide, you know, how they feel about us and what they really want to do to us and what they want to happen to us. You know, they want to take us back to where we was in slavery. That's the make America great again or whatever, you know. But the Most High, he revealing their ass.
Yes.
He revealing, and I want to bring out this scripture too.
All praise to the Most High for revealing them.
Exactly. This is Isaiah 47:3. And it reads, thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. So the Most High is uncovering their nakedness. He uncovering how these people truly feel about us and how true these people are. He uncovering their nakedness. We seeing they horns,
And
as I like to say. They horns coming out, right? And ain't nothing our people can do to try to cover their nakedness back up. The Most High is revealing they shit. He the king of the spirits. So they who can resist the will of God or the Most High? Nobody. Not these goddamn Edomites.
They don't want us free.
No.
They want us to remain in subjection to them. And some of them actually think us being in subjection to them is going to restore their kingdom to its pinnacle when it was at its highest. But it's not. It's just over.
Hey, you know what, man? I'm gonna get me a shirt too, man, and put me something on it, man. That's gonna be, very offensive, and I don't give a damn, man. I dare somebody say something to me about it.
Yeah, they have convinced themselves that their prosperity will return once we put in our place. But in fact, their prosperity was from hundreds of years of free labor off our
Right.
ancestors' backs, and that there's nothing that can be done to restore their kingdom. It's just at an end. Some of them get it, most of them don't. So it's like they're scrambling now. They in their emotions. They trying to figure out what card can we play, what can we do. You heard him say, after Trump gone, we gonna do this and we gonna do that, because they don't really know what to do, because they don't realize God. You know how scriptures talk about, like, if you went to war, God will be with you. You know you was winning. But
Right.
if God wasn't with the Israelites, they was gonna lose. And that's the thing with Edom. God gave them a time frame. So since it's ending, they're just going down, and they don't understand there's nothing that they can do, no prayers, nothing anyone else can do to restore their kingdom. No amount of tariffs, beefing with other countries and wars is going to restore them. It's a term like grasping for grapes or something. Like there's nothing left that they can do to be the top empire anymore. So they blame black people, they blame everybody.
Exactly right. And then you have this Iran. This whole thing is just, man. It's like, you talking about messing with a hornet's nest.
I'm laughing at the Trump casket. That's what I'm laughing at.
We got that on deck too, though. But man, Trump, he didn't stir up a goddamn hornet's nest, man. Them Iranians, man, they like, okay, we got something for y'all. And they done figured America out. You know what I'm saying? They was real patient, through these 40 years that they was like, okay, we getting ready for this shit. We already know how these goddamn people is. We know we gonna have to take their ass out. You know what I'm saying? They know all of this shit. America and Trump, he's steady isolating himself from these other countries and his allies or whatnot. So ain't shit going right for America. And all praise to the Most High Yahweh. We've been saying this shit. We've been bringing out the prophecies and the Most High giving us the Holy Spirit to, like, damn, well, this talking about America and this talking about Iran, and this is happening now, and it's like it's all coming together. It's all coming together. It's not looking good for America. Just like I said last week, America is on life support system or whatnot. It's not good. They lying about the casualties of the soldiers or whatnot. They lying about the destruction that Iran has put on these on America allies, being the Saudi Arabians and the EU and all, not the EU, but the AUE, them people, and Kuwait. You know what I'm saying? They trying to minimize the destruction that Iran has done. But I got a video here of the United States issuing a caution to, people in America or whatnot. Because this shit just ain't gonna be over in the Middle East. They bringing that shit over here. And they already got people here, to hey. Let's just hear what my man got to say. Yeah, sleeper cells.
The United States State Department is issuing Americans across the world to exercise increased caution. It comes as the war in Iran is escalating. Channel 14 is reporting Trump has ordered a central command to, quote, open the gates of hell on Iran. The State Department is urgently warning Americans across the globe that Iran may target U.S. interests or locations associated with Americans overseas, and says that travel disruptions, including flight cancellations and airport closures, are possible. This is a worldwide alert, and it comes as the war in Iran is rapidly escalating. And I mean rapidly. 2 American service members died in the past 24 hours in Jordan. That number is actually likely to rise based on videos we've seen from strikes of Iran on the U.S. base in Jordan. It's a very serious situation right now. And things are getting dark very quickly. I'll have more updates for you soon. Spread the word, follow along to stay up to date on all the news you need to know about.
I'm with, dude here. This is a very serious situation here. You know what I'm saying? It might be over there right now, but what's it gonna be like in another year? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. What's it gonna be like? Because Iran, they not by themselves. You know what I'm saying? They've been, hooking up with Russia and China and North Korea, Venezuela. Just this, and it's the talk that we've been talking for years now. We've been talking about these same people. China, Russia, North Korea. We've been talking about this the same for about 10 years now. But I know people don't like to hear from our mouth or whatever, so let's bring in one of the good old boys, mm-hmm. and let him explain it or whatnot. We'll be right back. Now. Yeah.
Russia, North Korea, Iran, and China are all preparing to launch nuclear weapons against the United States. The reason why is simple. Satellite imagery reveals Iran may be attempting to rebuild its nuclear facilities. While Iran is rebuilding their nuclear facilities, Kim Jong-un orders North Korea to strengthen and increase its nuclear forces. Now, how does China help out Korea and Iran? China says it will commission and launch 7 nuclear reactors this year. Now, the most destructive enemy that the United States and Israel have in Putin says Russia will deploy the world's most powerful nuclear missile this year. So if you don't think Russia, North Korea, China, and Iran are going to be an issue for the United States, you are delusional. So before World War III starts, make sure to follow this account so you can stay updated before anyone else.
Man, I mean,
everybody linking up.
They linking up. Yeah.
This Bible prophecy right here.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The goddamn prophecies, they jumping off the goddamn book. Mm-hmm. And people just like, oh, ain't nothing gonna happen.
Well, the white man worried about what the blacks are doing.
Yep.
You need to be worried about these foreigners, y'all government are pissed off. Where ain't no turning back.
Y'all got bigger problems or whatever. How do they think? Brother Lindsay said, how do they think that God is with them when they haven't won one war ever? Right. Exactly.
I was watching a documentary on that, and the man was saying that America ain't never won a war.
Nope.
He was breaking down all the wars to like his college students and stuff. And
yeah.
He was saying like,
is that the one we play here?
Mm-hmm. I can't think his name at the moment, but he was saying that too. And so what you're saying is completely on point, but I think that goes to their arrogance, their pride.
Yep.
That the reason why they think so highly of themselves versus the other countries, why even the most bottom barrel white person, just scum of the earth, begging on the corner with nothing, still be thinking that they better than the other races. Like that's superiority that they taught their descendants over these last 400 years. Like just the way they conduct themselves. That's that arrogancy. That's why they be talking that stuff in comments like nobody can touch America. We'll bomb this and we'll bomb that. Iran will never have a nuclear weapon. Iran told you they must have a nuclear weapon.
They got to have one because Iran is putting themselves in a position where they're a superpower now. So they need nukes.
God said that Iran gonna do something to make America afraid. So that tells me they gonna have something.
Hell yeah.
And y'all gonna be afraid.
Yeah, but you got to think about it though. You know what I'm saying? Just like if a rich man, let's just, you know what I'm saying, use a rich man for example or whatever, you know, he gonna get him some type of security and you know what I'm saying, bodyguards or whatever, you know, to protect his interests as far as with his money and his riches or whatnot. Same thing with Iran. They making all this money. They becoming this superpower or whatever. You know what I'm saying? The whole world is watching. Like Iran standing up to America, they looking at Iran different now. Like, oh, he a big fella now. He ain't no little nigga now. He a big nigga, right? Mm-hmm. So, of course, Iran, they gonna get that nuke or nukes. You know what I'm saying? Whichever one. They gonna get some nukes to protect, you know what I'm saying, their interests as far as them being a superpower now. Because America is god damn, man, America looking real bad. They don't have America then drove away their allies, you know, to help in situations like this when they being threatened by, you know, these different countries, China, Russia, North Korea.
I can't believe what they did with Canada. Cause
yeah,
y'all know we live so close to Canada. Canada has always been it's a term they call it neighbors to the north. Mm-hmm. Like people used to go party over in Canada, just cross the bridge. It was a big thing with like Detroit or Michigan and Canada. Right, so for Trump to isolate them says a lot.
It says a lot, and it says, you know, that the scriptures are true. You know what I'm saying? Like the scripture tells us that America, you know, people gonna hate America. Mm-hmm. They're gonna hate the whore, and we know this the whore. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no justifying it, right? Or, you know, trying to hide from it and all that stuff. You know, I know people like probably don't want to hear. You know, it's gonna be destruction in the place that they live. You know, I don't want that, but the Most High said it got to happen.
Better destruction here than for them to remain on top.
Exactly right. I'll take that destruction. You know what I'm saying? Alex or whoever the hell my man is for 200.
Look at how they talk. Look at how arrogant. Look at how they harass us. Look at how they slam our kids for selling flowers. Look at how they unalive our children. They'll shoot you and they innocent. Yeah. I seen this one thing where like this cop shot this black child, excuse me. He was like 16 or something. He was innocent. He didn't do anything. The cop thought he had the gun. Y'all know the story, but it was like they won a civil suit. So I was thinking to myself, I asked my husband, like, if the jury find you guilty civil, and whatever county got to pay the young man like $750,000, how could you criminally be innocent? Exactly. To me, you
don't
can't
make no sense.
If it's one, it's both.
No sense. Exactly right.
And that just goes to show like how Esau will say that they not guilty. You thought you saw a gun after all this police training, and what you saw was nothing because the boy had nothing. What you saw was black, and you wanted to kill, and you shot him. He lived. He got $750K, but the jury didn't find you guilty of no wrongdoing. So what did you pay for it in? Or the county? You know, what did they have to pay for it? So stuff like that is why I'm like, you know what? Not our will. The Most High will be done. God don't think like us, which is good, because if God thought like us, the Edomites will reign for forever because our people love him so much.
Yep. They sure the hell do it. I'm talking about they love him. They love him. I'm trying to look for this other video.
All right. He trying to pull up another video. I think about the Trump crashing out again.
Oh, no.
Not that one?
What? No. We got
the wildfires?
No, we got to do the Trump.
Oh, this one.
Oh yeah. Trump. As far as the Iran,
the Simpsons prediction.
Yeah, the Simpsons prediction. As far as Iran, they got a giant ass coffin, a billboard or whatever, of Trump in a coffin. So we'll let y'all see that. We'll be right back.
Iran unveiled a giant mural on the side of a building of Trump in a coffin. And it even included his family. There's Ivanka, Melania, and the rest of his kids with coffins, and the White House in flames. Guys, this is a massive mural. It's in Tehran's Palestine Square, and hundreds of people, maybe thousands, will see this every day. Look how big this is. This is a massive mural. Is this a serious threat or just propaganda by the Iranian government? And we know that there must be some sort of credible threat that forced the president to switch planes that the New York Times unveiled. And those reporters that released that report were subpoenaed and had to appear in court this week. So it's important to know that we had security vulnerabilities on Trump's new Qatari Air Force One, and that he could not take that because of the threats from Iran, because of things like this giant mural. And there is so much more happening in that country, but we are not even getting all of it. We're just getting a small glimpse right now. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. Like, share, spread the word, follow along for more, and I'll see you back here for the 411.
Now, hey, hey, somebody take my kids out, then, you know, to my last breath, I'm going to make sure that I try to do the same thing to them who took my kids out, you know, because, I mean, ain't no turning back off of that. You know what I'm saying? How can I still be taking, you know, air in, and I know that my whole family, they took my whole family out, man?
There was a video that we're going to have to get for y'all next week that you showed me where the next in line, Kalamani, is talking. Basically, it's not translated to English, it's subtitles. So, you know, taking it for what the subtitles are, he was saying that there's no going back. Nobody, no Iranian is allowed to sympathize with America. He said he don't even want to hear nothing about no peace talks and negotiations. And if you come to anybody with peace talks or negotiations, now you the enemy.
Now you the enemy, yeah. Exactly.
Brother Linzel says, spiritual Sodom, unjust laws.
Exactly. Right.
So only a fool would say, you killed my loved one, I'ma forgive you, give me a hug. Iran ain't saying that. We know Esau definitely don't get down like that. He'll drop a bomb in a minute.
Hell yeah. Right.
So I think, plus the Old Testament tells us an eye for an eye.
Eye for an eye. Exactly.
So right. I believe 1,000% that the Iranians have something up their sleeve, plan A, B, and C, to unalive Trump and his close family members. Because why else would they spend money to paint that mural? That costs.
Exactly. And just like the dude said, you know, the pinkest of the booties, just like he said that you got to be a fool if you think that, you know, the Iran ain't finna, you know what I'm saying, turn this shit up even more.
Like somebody said when I can't think of the young man that got killed by the police and his daddy went and like ran over another police officer, and all the police tried to come to court and like mug him out and intimidate him, and he was straight chin up.
Like, yeah, oh y'all.
Once certain life events happen, you have nothing to really live for anyway. Plus Solomon told us the day you die is better than the day you born. So some people have enough martyrdom in them to be like, once certain events happen, there's no going back to life as usual.
Exactly. Right.
Some people, you could throw them a couple dollars and they'll go away, or their love for the white man makes them forgive. But there's other people in this earth who is like, you killed one of mine, I'm finna kill 10 of yours. I don't care about no jail, no death penalty. And that's basically what Iran is on.
Yeah.
And how can you blame them? Because where was the sympathy when they bombed that girls' school?
Right, yeah. And then you talk, and then, you know, it grinds my gears to hear our people, you know, talk about how blacks kill each other and how we the ones who, you know, do the most murder killings and all that stuff, and you know, basically just pointing the finger at us. But the things that our brothers and sisters or whatever do out here to each other can't compare what these white folks done did, and how they go over to other countries and bomb and take out 50,000 people or 100,000 people or even a goddamn million people.
Mm-hmm.
We can't scratch the surface with that.
Yeah.
Can't no one, you know what I'm saying? One dude, you know.
Yeah,
come on,
people like to highlight the black on black crime, which is part of the curses. It's in the Bible.
Exactly right.
The God told us it was gonna happen. It's been happening since biblical times.
But like they care though. They care. You know what I'm saying? Because we taking each other out. They really care.
It's
right.
to take the heat off the white man.
Right. Exactly.
Well, look at what y'all doing in your own neighborhoods.
Right.
You know what? It's right. However, two things can be right at once.
Right. Exactly.
King Leopold, so-called king, got 10 million bodies, and that's just the number they gave us. So Ray shot up something and killed somebody. You right, that's true. And at the same time, simultaneously, y'all go around the earth.
The whole earth, yeah.
That's true too.
Yeah.
So who better? Because at the end of the day, we still God's people.
Exactly. Right. Right.
But yeah, I know how they'll try to do that. Anytime you talk about what the white man do, they bring up, well, black people, y'all do this to y'all own people. You right. And in all white countries, how do people die over there? If it's a violent death, how did they die? By a fellow white.
Exactly right.
It ain't no whole bunch. If we only 13% in America,
right.
what percentage
right.
are we in like the European countries?
The math ain't mathing.
They be over there stabbing each other up in them European countries.
The math is not mathing.
So yes, we know what's going on in our backyard, but that's not gonna stop us from speaking about what y'all do around the earth.
Exactly. Right.
God says spare not. So we gonna talk about it all.
Exactly. Right. That's basically it right now, y'all. We appreciate y'all, you know, coming in and sharing this information with us and seeing the prophecies being unfolded. Mm-hmm. You know, a lot of our people are still got the blindfolds on. You know, they can't see what the hell is going on. So it's like, you know, we still trying to get to them, but hey, it's a lot of people gonna be left in the sauce. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna get it. They're not gonna, you know, and this is of the Most High. He gonna deal with who he gonna deal with. He gonna wake up who he gonna wake up. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be too late for a lot of these people. A lot of our people. You know, I don't give a damn about, you know, the other people, the other nations or whatever. Because they got what they got coming to them. Regardless, we can't do shit about it.
Right.
Ain't nothing we can pray about it. We can't pray for them, none of that stuff.
And we shouldn't want to.
Exactly, right.
We should want them to get payback.
Right.
For what they did to our people. But our people is too quick to me to forget.
Hey, and then if they hear you talk like this, it's you so much of a wicked, evil person and shit.
You radical. You have a radical point of view. But I'm like, if we just look at it on a low level, when you see and you read about things, let's just take one thing like alligator bait. That don't make you be like, oh, I can't wait to, or I wish God do. Or you read an article about something happening to one of them and you be like, hey, oh well.
Right.
I don't understand any other thinking outside of that. But, you know, some people just, you know, Most High didn't give them the spirit to obey him, to love his law. They wasn't predestined, to hear the calling and follow and seek after wisdom. They want the things of this world. And, you know, when you can order from Amazon and DoorDash and go work 40 hours and have a nice crib, some people think that that's life versus immortality in the kingdom.
Right. I want the kingdom. That's what I want.
Me and my husband, we be having a conversation sometime, and I was just talking about that. I forget what I was looking at, but the subject matter was us not being human. I think somebody called me, a family member called me, and I was like, you know, I think these human bodies that are subject to pain and disease and sickness, you know, is a punishment. I think Earth being locked in this realm is a punishment. We were supposed to be immortal spiritual beings from jump. and our job is to accomplish earth.
I mean, and it talks about it in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? It's a metaphor.
Yeah.
Of different, you know, scriptures or whatever that people take out of context, and you know what I'm saying, they don't recognize the parable. You know what I'm saying, as far as what's being talked about, and they have you believe in all type of you know, out the ordinary stuff.
Well, I'm talking about us being spiritual beings first and foremost, and tapping
that's what I'm
into
talking about, as far as like the angels or whatever.
Yeah, like
coming down, being thrown down or whatever. Yeah.
Your spirituality and wanting that more than a 40-hour check.
Right.
Like it's more to it than that.
Exactly.
That's where I'm coming from. And
Facts.
some people just, because this is tangible, you know, this is the physical realm, the mortal realm. So it's like that's what you can see. We don't know what's on the other side of the firmament. So it's like people don't yearn for that. They just content with
comfortable.
Yeah.
They're comfortable.
And that's scary.
Right. But we're going to go and get up out of here, y'all. Same time next week, same channel. Most High willing. Again, we appreciate the love. Brother Huey, Brother Arad, Brother Lindsay. Y'all keep that chat on fire, man. You know, and y'all help us, you know what I'm saying, giving us feedback or whatever, you know, because we feed off of y'all too or whatnot.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, we're going to go and get up out of here. And, again, next week, Most High willing. Shalom.
Shalom, Zion.